Hello everyone and welcome back to The Elegant Edit. I'm really excited for this video because I've been kind of thinking about it for a while now, and although it could potentially be a little stressful, I'm going to try and keep this as easy as possible. I want to start by saying welcome to my Pack With Me video. My first Pack With Me video. I'm going to be leaving for the UK with my husband Tom in a few days now. Today is Sunday and we're leaving Thursday. Now, I used to be the kind of person who would start packing literally the night before a trip. However, because my life has been quite different over these past few years and I married a British man, that means that, you know, we tend to travel back and forth between the US and the UK quite often, and we tend to stay in both countries for as long as we really can. And so it means that I'm going to be there a while. So this packing video is not going to be like a normal pack with me for like 2 weeks on a vacation to the UK. It's not like that really. And I do have some news to share in relation to our living situation, but I'm not going to share that just yet. I'm going to hold off a little bit longer to make sure things go as we expect in the upcoming months. But for now, we're heading to the UK and I wanted to film a pack with me video. Also, I just want to say before we get into everything that I am not, well, I'm an overpacker, and this is not going to be the most polished video in the world, but I hope you'll stick around because I do have a lot of tips and advice to share throughout the video that I have found have really helped me over the years. I've been traveling all my life, but I've been traveling abroad for, let's see, almost 10 years now. I've been kind of traveling, I don't know, with family for a long time in my life, and now with Tom we've been to a few different countries together, different places around the world, and I think that has helped me with travel experience and with confidence in traveling as well as packing. But again, I am no professional at this. You would think with my travel experience that I would be better at this. But I just think it's fun to watch Pack With Me videos. Anytime I'm going on a trip, I love watching other people's videos on this topic on TikTok, on YouTube. So first thing I like to do is, before I kind of sit down to pack things away, I like to get out my notes app and I just like to write down everything I'm bringing that's not clothing. So essentially like a lot of my toiletries, because I feel like I have a lot. But different things. Like if I can find my list, I will tell you. So I have a whole list right here and it's not finished. I do have to add more to it, but I like to start this like a week or so before traveling. That way, if something comes to me throughout the day, I can just add it to my list, because I tend to forget to add things to my list, and then at the last minute I'm like, I didn't even write down my toothbrush. So for example, toothbrush is on here, tweezers, scissors, my razor, nail clippers, my headband that I like to use when I wash my face, let's see, toothpaste, lip balm, any hair products I want to bring, any other like liquids and things like that, hairbrush, floss, extra contact lenses, and my Invisalign trays. I haven't mentioned this, but I haven't been wearing them for the past couple months because I've only been wearing them at night. I've been waiting on some new trays to arrive, and for some reason they take literal months for me to get new trays. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm gonna be wearing my trays all day, unfortunately, once again in just a couple days time. I literally get my new trays the day before we travel, so let's pray that they fit me okay. But anyway, that kind of thing. So I have my whole list here. I also have what shoes I want to bring, just because it's really tricky. I have a lot of my winter clothing and shoes in the UK already because it doesn't get as cold typically here in North Carolina in the winter, and there was just no need for me to bring them back this time because it's summertime, so I didn't have to bring any winter things with me, of course. So a lot of that is there, but I do have some boots here and a couple winter clothing items that I kind of want to bring. We'll see. And then some bags, like my purses, which ones I want to bring. Again, I'm gonna have to narrow it down, which is always really hard for me because like I said, I'm an overpacker and I like to have all my options, all my things with me, and I just can't do that because there's no way I'm paying for a million checked bags. I'm probably just gonna bring one this time, but we'll see. So make a list. That is my first tip. Anything you could think of that's not clothing, because you'll go through that later, but anything you could think of, especially toiletry related or makeup, skincare, hair care, anything like that, I write a list so I don't forget anything. Another thing, my portable charger, my AirPods, technology, different things like that. Make sure you write that down as well. I haven't yet. So in case you didn't see my previous vlog where I shared my old travel jewelry case, this is it. I know it does not look very organized. This is a pretty old case that I believe was either my mom's or my grandmother's at one point, but yeah, it's kind of looking like chaos, but I'm hoping that my new travel jewelry case will keep things a bit more organized. But as you can see, I've got, you know, a couple pairs of earrings in each little spot. These are all my necklaces, and I'll share a couple tips on how I store my jewelry and keep it safe as well. Also, like I said, I went through my whole jewelry, I don't know what you'd call it, jewelry stand, and I went through and picked out a couple other pieces that I might want to bring with me to the UK. And here is the new jewelry travel case. There are a lot of different little compartments, and I love that there's a spot for necklaces because my other one doesn't really have that. So I'm super excited about this one. I got it from Amazon. I will link it below, but it's supposed to keep things very well organized. And another tip I have is always remember, this is especially for those of you who probably maybe haven't traveled by plane before, you always want to keep anything valuable in either your personal item or your carry-on. A checked bag is a risk because it could get lost, it could get stolen, something could get damaged. Never put anything valuable in a checked bag, and even sometimes a carry-on could get stolen or lost. So honestly, the best place for this kind of thing would be your personal item, but if you don't have room, the second best thing is your carry-on. I feel like I'm already talking a lot in this video, so for the next few clips, you're just gonna see me kind of swapping everything from this into that. So hopefully all goes well. If I have to leave behind some of these pieces, I'll just choose the ones that I'm least likely to wear, but let's hope for the best. So as you can see, we got all of the necklaces in there. Not all of them. These are my like thinner, dainty necklaces, but I do have some chunky ones that I need to find a place for, but I have an idea. But I love this so much because you know these aren't going to move. You've got this little like clip that holds them in place, and there's a little pouch at the bottom for the actual, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like a pendant or whatever is on the necklace, safe at the bottom. And so I really love that. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Hopefully they will be safe throughout the travel day. I have a feeling they will be, but I'm really happy with that. So now we can get into the rest of the jewelry. As you can see, I just put my chunkier necklaces in these little jewelry drawstring bags, and I might just put them in some of the other compartments in this travel case. But yes, I put all of my chunky necklaces, and I don't have very many, in these little bags just for further protection. Alright, we're moving on to this second compartment here. Now I'm going to focus on bracelets because these compartments are bigger than the last two sections. So I'm going to focus on bracelets here, and then we'll move forward. even with all of this, I still have lots of room. So I have 3 compartments left in this section, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do just yet. I do have a lot of earrings. I think more than any other kind of jewelry, I have a lot of earrings. So I can always just, you know, like for my bracelets, for example, I put a couple, sometimes 3, in the same compartment. As long as they are clasped, I can't talk, together, then they shouldn't tangle. So I put 2 or 3 in the same compartment. And I think I might do that with some earrings as well. But again, sometimes packing is trial and error. You just need to see what works, and you can rearrange if it doesn't work out. So all but one of my chunky necklaces fit in there, so that's really great. The only one was just this pearl one that didn't quite fit in there. I mean, it could have, but I don't want to ruin this. So yeah, that's pretty much all of my jewelry besides a couple watches, that pearl necklace, and my wedding jewelry. So I will fold this up now and show you what it looks like closed. And then my battery is dying, so I will continue this video later on. So this obviously does get a little bit thicker when you fill it with jewelry, but still quite thin, and it's going to protect my jewelry. So I'm so happy with this. I definitely recommend it. I think it's really great if you're going on a really long trip, or you're just going to be away from home for quite a while. I would say if you're going away for a week or 2, you can probably manage with something smaller than this, but I'm going to be there a while, and this was perfect. So I'm currently sitting on the floor trying to decide what makeup to bring, and I'm stuck on blushes because I narrowed down my highlighters, but it's just all the blushes that I own are such beautiful shades, and they're all different. So I just swatched them all. I just cleaned my hand, and they're all different. I have some that are more like of a bright pink, some that are more of a mauve pink, one that's quite corally. I have a lot of different blushes, some that are good for just everyday more neutral looks. I'm really struggling. I love them all. So I have like, oh gosh, I have this one too. I have a lot of blush. I've become a blush lover over the years. So I have another, oh my gosh, okay, I have too many. We'll see about that. And then the lip products are always, that's the hardest part for me with makeup because I love having options. So I have a lot of blush here, but maybe we'll move on from it for a minute, and I will think about what lip products to bring, which are up here. So we'll see. I've just swatched a bunch of red lipsticks on my hand to see which ones I want to bring. I don't tend to wear red lipstick a lot, but I do love it, and I have 3 here that I really love. One is like a lip gloss that dries down. It's not really matte, but it dries down. I like a liquid lipstick, that's the word. And then there's a deeper red and more of a brighter red. So like, oh, it's so difficult, but I've narrowed it down a little bit. I have a few more days to actually narrow it down, but we'll see. So this is all the makeup that I'm hoping to bring, but It's a lot. So I've got a lot of makeup brushes. Don't worry, I'm going to be cleaning them. A couple eyeshadow palettes, single eyeshadows, powder, mascara, concealer, lip products. So many lip products. BB cream, foundation, primer, mascara. What do you call it? Lash curler, primer. Did I say that? Beauty blenders, blush, highlight. This is something I bought recently that you can use to clean your makeup brushes with. You kind of scrub them on here to get them clean. So I have a lot here. I could narrow it down more if I had to, but I also don't want to, so we'll see. But let's test it out. Let's just see how much fits in one of those makeup cases, and then we'll try a bigger one just to see what happens. Okay, so as expected, all of the makeup fits in here with room to spare. And I left out the makeup brushes because I have a case for that, and the beauty blenders. And then these are all things that would probably be considered liquids. So lip gloss, this, I've gotten called out for this. I didn't realize that these Vaseline tins, I mean, that might sound silly, but I guess when it gets warm, they can get very liquidy. But other than that, like when it's not warm, they are more solid. So I had to put that in a little bag at the airport one time because they told me it's a liquid. So I just don't want to be called out on anything. I don't want to have to worry about that. So anything that could be a liquid, I'm going to put in either my checked bag or, as long as it's small enough, in my personal item. So we will see. And for my brushes, I have this really cute case that I got from Amazon that folds back, and it has all of these spaces to put your brushes. And when it's open, you could even put your beauty blender down there. I have a case, a silicone case for my beauty blender, which I can show you if I can reach it. No, I cannot. So I thought about when this is open, I could always just pop that right in the middle, and my brushes will stand, and it's a lot easier than other makeup travel cases for brushes that I've seen before. So again, I don't need all of these brushes, to be honest. I can definitely live without some of them, but again, I like to be prepared. So if I have to leave some behind, I will, but let's try putting them in this case. I mean, I do still have to clean them, but just to give you an idea. So yes, this fits most of the brushes, and again, I could even take one or two out really, but yeah, so some of these I don't really use on a daily basis anyway, or whenever I do wear makeup, so this will be fine. And then I can show you, I have one hand right now, so this is going to be tricky. You just fold it back over, zip it up, and you've got this folded pouch of makeup brushes. And again, I know that that silicone case is trending on TikTok. Everyone has the silicone brush holder for your makeup, but I personally feel like this is so much better because it stands up, and it's so much easier to find exactly what brush you're looking for because they're all right there standing in front of you. So couldn't recommend this more. I mean, I might say something different after traveling with it, but so far, so good. The air just came on, so that might be really loud over my voice, but hopefully not. So this is what I'm left with. So obviously a lot of the smaller gadgets fit in here perfectly, but I still have a lot of wires, a lot of chargers and things like that. So as I mentioned, I'm going to use one of the bigger little pouches. I said bigger little, that makes sense. One of the other pouches that I have to put the rest of these things in. I'm just gonna roll them up. I might be able to secure them with something so that they don't come undone and get all tangled, but these wires are bigger, and so it shouldn't be much of an issue. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for today, but I'll come on and face the camera before finishing it off. Alright everyone, so I'm left with quite a mess around me, but it'll be organized very soon. So I'm gonna leave it at that for today. I'm sure this video is already probably getting quite long, but I honestly don't know. So I can always take some things out and speed up some of these clips when I'm editing. But that is pretty much everything except some other toiletries and my clothing, shoes, and bags, and other accessories. So I've gotten a lot done already today. The only thing is, the only time I have left to pack is after work. So I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think if I had to pack, because I'm off Thursday, I have the morning as well, but on that day I kind of want to just be done, ready to fly. Our flight is in the evening, like I said, so I do have a bit more time, so I'll take you along as I pack my actual suitcase and my backpack. That might be more fun to watch anyway. So part 2 of this video, it's all going to be one video, but I will film part 2 in the coming days. Hello everyone, so it is the next day. We're continuing on with my packing video. We're on the floor again, and today I didn't want to do a whole lot, even though I probably should. But Tom and I are doing some laundry today. I just finished up work a bit early today, so we're getting some laundry done so that we can pack those things, and they're going to be nice and clean. And then today I just wanted to kind of try my best to narrow down shoes, bags, and accessories that I'm going to be bringing. And I guess we'll start, I'm trying to think. I think I'll start with the accessories because there are things that I definitely feel confident that I'm going to be bringing, so I'll show you those things really quickly. Starting off, I have this hat from Just Fab, and I love it. It's perfect for summer, and I have a bit of summer left in the UK, so I'll bring this with me. And this is, I mean, you would think it's not easy to pack a hat, but if you've packed a hat before, you know the trick of filling it up with things and laying it like this and packing around it. So I'm going to be bringing that. I have 2 other hats. I'm not the biggest hat person, but I wear this one a lot in the summer, and then I have 2 more that I'm leaving in the US, and I'm probably going to get rid of them because I don't wear them. So this is my one hat, and I'll be bringing this with me. And if you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know that I bought this beautiful Ralph Lauren Turnlock belt recently, and I'm going to be bringing it with me. I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to damage it, but I'd rather have it with me than leave it here. So I'll be bringing this as well. And then I have a couple other belts that, you know, they're going to be easier to pack because they're not as fragile, I guess you could say. But this is a Ted Baker belt that's going to go with my birthday dress. If you saw my vlog where I showed you my birthday dress, my birthday is very close now. It's July, and today is what's today? The 3rd, I think. My birthday is on the 14th. So we have really exciting plans, so keep an eye out for that vlog upcoming. But it's this beautiful kind of maroon burgundy colored belt, and it's from Ted Baker, and I'm so excited. So I will obviously have to bring that with me because I'm bringing my birthday dress. And then I have another little black belt. This was just from a boutique in the UK called Sassy and Boo. I love it. And this is just a really simple little skinny black belt that I like to wear around dresses and things like that. So I like to have this with me, and I do have a thicker black belt and a brown belt in the UK that I left there. So I'm all good on belts for a while. Next up, we're going to move on to bags. So this is where I start to struggle because I have a lot of bags and shoes that I would love to bring with me, but unfortunately I just can't bring them all. So I'm going to start with what I am confident that I'm bringing, and that is my pink Natalia Kate Spade bag. This is like my favorite bag ever, and I had it in the UK last time we were there, and I just love it. I need to have it with me. It's my favorite bag, and so this one is easy to kind of, it's quite a flat bag anyway, so this one will be easy to bring with me. So that is a definite yes, but then I struggle with the rest of them. So I didn't bring this one with me to the UK when we were there last, and I really missed it. This is just a perfect summertime bag, especially I just think tan in the summertime and springtime, and then black in the fall and winter works really well. And I don't know, the issue with this bag is it's really hard to kind of fold because it's more of a structured bag and it's got some shape to it. So the only way I could see this working is if I fill it with clothing and pack it that way, which I could try. It's going to be trial and error, like I said, but we're going to just see what we can do. I mean, to be honest, I have other bags though, so I'll show you. So I have this other bag. It's a crossbody. This will be a lot easier because it's smaller, and it's really cute. It's got tan and cream, and it's from a boutique in Burford that I absolutely love. And so this will be a lot easier to bring than this, and it's got tan in it, so that could be a good kind of substitute for this one, but we'll see. So there's that, and then a couple more. This little bag I didn't have with me last time, and to be fair, I mean, I could go without it, but it's this really cute crossbody bag, also from Portman's. It's this navy blue leather, and it's really tiny, but it's good for like date night or just an evening out and that kind of thing, not like an all day out. But I really think it's cute, and I would like to have it with me, but if I can't, I wouldn't be that upset. So there's that. And then the last one, this is also one that's going to be very easy to pack. So this is a bag that my husband Tom bought me. The bow is a bit messed up right now, I have to fix it, but it's by Lauren Conrad, and it's really perfect because it's nude and it'll go with so many things, and it fits so much because when I go out, especially like all day, I like to have everything with me, including a water bottle, and most of the time in a lot of my bags, my water bottle does not fit. But in this bag, it does, so I'm tempted to bring it, but again, it won't be the end of the world if I don't. So I will let you know what I do with that, but those are the bags I am tempted to bring. But at least I know for sure I'm bringing my Kate Spade, bless you, my Kate Spade Natalia bag. So we will move on to shoes now. Alright, so moving on to shoes, I'm confident that I'm going to be bringing this pair of shoes because I'm going to be wearing them on the plane. These are my Adidas Stan Smith sneakers with the gold on the back. I love these, and honestly they go with absolutely everything. I truly believe everyone needs a pair of white sneakers, and they're also heavy. They're also the heaviest shoes I think I'm bringing, so I might as well wear them. So yes, that is that. And then I have a couple other pairs. So I think I'm also confident that I'm going to bring my ASOS Chanel dupes. I love these. Again, they're actually quite comfortable, and I tend to struggle in shoes like this. I have wider feet, and so sometimes I get blisters and like, I don't know, things like that with shoes like this, but I love them. They're perfect, so I'll be bringing those as well. And then I also am confident that I'm going to bring these sandals. So I got these from Target a couple years ago, and I honestly still love them to this day. They're just a really basic pair of black sandals, but they're so comfortable. I wore these all day around Bath one time when Tom and I first met in person, and when he took me to Bristol. We walked all around Bristol in these, and you know, they're probably not the best choice for days like that, but I was really comfortable in them all day long. So I'll be bringing those, and they're super easy to bring obviously because they're flat, and same with the Chanel dupes. And because if you've seen my backpack, which well, I think I showed it in this video, if not I will show it again soon. But there's the bottom compartment for shoes, and so these will be really easy to put in there, hopefully, as long as I don't overfill my backpack. We'll see. And then for some athletic sneakers, I'm debating between a couple pairs, but I kind of think I know what I'm leaning toward. So I have two pairs. I think Adidas is my favorite like sneaker brand because I have my Adidas Stan Smith shoes, and then I have these two pairs. The Cloudfoam sneakers are truly the best sneakers in the world. They are so comfortable. They actually literally do feel like you're walking on clouds, and they're gray, so they're gonna go with most of my workout clothes or things like that. So I really love those, but then I do have another pair of Adidas sneakers in pink, and these are a bit heavier than the Cloudfoam ones, so it'll mean adding a bit more weight to my suitcase, whereas these will be nothing really, and pink will not go with everything. So I love them, and I really do want to bring them, but if I had to choose one, I think I'm leaning toward my Cloudfoam ones. And then I have three more pairs to quickly show you. So I want to bring, I do have a couple pairs of heels in the UK, and I have some hiking boots. But when it comes to heels, I do kind of want to bring these nude block heels. I actually wore these for our wedding, and they're quite comfortable. Again, my feet are on the wide side, so you know, toward the end of my time wearing these, my pinky toe kind of hurt, but I feel like they're going to be easier to walk in than other shoes, especially on, you know, cobblestones and the streets in the UK. I'm always terrified to walk in heels when I'm in the UK, but these are going to be a lot easier because of the block heel. So I'm debating between those and these. These are from, those ones are from Target. These are from TJ Maxx. I really love the braided design on these. Again, it's a block heel, and these are a lot more comfortable. So a part of me is like, well, maybe I should go with these. They both kind of weigh about the same. Maybe these are a little heavier. And so I'm not going to bring both, I think, just because we only have a couple more months in the summer left, and I don't know, I just don't need them both. I'm debating. I think I might leave these behind. I know I said they're more comfortable, but I also feel like they weigh a little bit more, and I just think these are going to go with more because they're nude. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret that, but if I have to, I think I'd bring these. I completely forgot to show this pair of shoes that I was also debating on bringing. These are my Aldo cute sandals. they also hurt my feet. So I'm like, do I bring them? Do I not? Hard to say, but I feel like I don't need them. But that also makes me kind of sad. There are some tan sandals that I want to buy in the UK, but they've been out of stock. I think they're very popular, which is kind of unfortunate, but they are very timeless and elegant, so if they come back in stock, I might get them. So I feel like I can survive without these, but that also kind of makes me a little sad, so we'll see. I mean, they're small, easy to bring, so if we have room, I will, and if not, I'll probably leave them here. I also have some layers. I don't know, I just keep finding new things, and I'm like, I could film that. Oh, I forgot a pair of shoes. Okay, hold on. I forgot these, and these are gonna be the hardest pair of shoes to bring. Are you ready for this? Things are falling everywhere. I mean, it's not that they're gonna take up that much room because this part is flat, so that's not gonna be the issue, but they're just tall boots. And I love them, and I didn't get to bring them last time, so I really want to bring them. Oh gosh, okay. Trying not to stress as I look at everything. But anyway, I have to find a way to pack those, and then I have some layers. Like I said, I know it's summertime, but in the UK, it definitely doesn't get as hot usually as it does here, although we've heard that great weather has been going on in the UK, at least the area from the UK that we live in. But I just want to show some layers that I plan to bring anyway. So I bought this, I don't know what you'd call it really, a hoodie without a hood, a sweatshirt. It's like this rust color. I got it from Target recently, and it's got like a really nice gold zipper and button up here, which is really, really nice. And I just thought it was a really nice layer, and it's something that looks quite smart and quite chic for a sweatshirt type thing. So I really like that, and I think it'll go with many things. So I'm bringing that. I also have this black denim jacket that I got from Sassy and Boo while in the UK a while back, and I love that. Again, that'll go with everything. It's a good layer for the rest of summer and fall. I'm also bringing this little jacket that I got from Stradivarius when we were in Lanzarote, and it just looks like this. It's really cute. I brought it back with me, and I probably shouldn't have because I wore it like once while we were here, so I probably should have just left it in the UK. But it's a nice light layer and a nice light color, so I want to bring that back. And then I have this fleece. This will be easy to bring back. It's super thin, and yeah, I just like wearing this, especially as it gets colder in the UK. It's just a nice layering piece that's thin, but it's going to keep you warm, so I like having that with me. And then two more things. I'm debating this one. I know it rains a lot in the UK. I have this raincoat. It's really thin and light. It's probably better for like spring, summertime. It's really light, and I don't need to have it with me, but if I have room, I mean, it's a really light thing, so I could bring that. And then I don't need this, but again, if I have room, this is another like sweatshirt type thing, and it zips up all the way. It opens up like one of those really wide collars that are really popular, I think, right now. Kind of like that. And again, it's a nice light color, so if I have room, I'll bring this one. If not, it's not the end of the world. But those are some layers that I plan to bring, and I'm going to be wearing one on the plane. I'm not sure which one yet, but one of these layers I'll be wearing on the plane. I still have to pick out my outfit, but I know my shoes. I know what pants I'm going to wear. They're my black Pixie pants from Old Navy, but I just need to decide on a top. So I like to, it's funny, I like to wear tank tops like this when I travel because I get so hot. It's funny, like when I'm walking through the airport, I think I'm just a bit nervous and stressed a little bit, and I'm doing better with that, but I just tend to get really hot because you tend to have to run around the airport to get to where you're going. You have to take things off through security, put them back on. So I like to wear really light layers. That way, if I do get hot, I can just take them off, and then when I'm on the plane, I get cold. And on international flights, you're usually given a blanket and pillow. I use that blanket because I get cold, but it'll be nice to have a little layer on as well. Hi everyone, and happy 4th of July. I'm spending the evening packing. So I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking in the last part of this video because today is the 4th, like I said, and we're leaving on the 6th. So I really need to just get a move on. I think I've been doing too much talking, I need to do a little more packing. So I'm finally getting started. Right here is my checked bag. So I have some shoes in here right now. I know this looks really weird, and like I said, my packing method is a bit odd and it's not the most aesthetically pleasing thing. But right here I have these brown, I think I showed them already, these knee-high boots. And what I like to do with my shoes is I like to reuse the Walmart bags, the Target bags, all these plastic bags, because I don't want my shoes touching the inside of my suitcase or my clothing. So that's how I packed these, what do you call it, knee-high boots. And then on this side, I will be able to show you really quickly. I have a hat right here that is filled with socks to help keep its shape, and then I put some shoes on this side and some shoes on that side so that it can, again, kind of support the hat and help keep its shape. I have a little skinny belt on the side there, and now I need to start with the clothing, I think. Some liquids are going to go in here, like, what do you call them? Yeah, just bigger liquids, heavier liquids, things like that. And I'll pack some more. So I'll just kind of speed through some of these clips coming up just so I can get started, really. So some advice that I like to give when packing. Now, I just rearranged a bunch of things, so I don't even know the last thing you saw, but I took stuff out and put stuff back in. I'm just trying to rearrange as best as I can. But what I wanted to say was one tip that I like to give, and this might be a well-known thing. I didn't really figure this out from anyone. I just kind of figured it out from packing. But one tip that I feel like is great is it depends on, so the way you're going to fold your clothing or roll your clothing. You know, you always hear that rolling your clothing is better. In my experience, it depends on the material of the clothing. So I always like to say that if it's a really thick item, you're going to want to just fold that over once and place it in your suitcase. Whereas if it's something thin, like a silky skirt or, I don't know, a really thin blouse, that you should roll, because sometimes with really thick clothing, rolling that up just ends up taking up way more space. If this were an empty suitcase and you took like a denim jacket or a pair of jeans, if you just folded them over once and laid them out in your suitcase, that is going to save you a lot of room and you'll still be able to bring those bigger items. So let's show an example. So I showed this yesterday, but it's this really nice kind of half zip sweatshirt type thing. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. But let's say I wanted to roll it up, right? So we're gonna roll it up, and as you can see, it gets really thick, right? So placing that there feels like it takes up half the suitcase. But if I use my method of folding the thicker item, that takes up a lot less space, and you'll be able to put things on top of that a lot easier. I actually just moved it to the back side of this suitcase, but yeah, so that's one of my tips. I think that's one of my best tips, and again, that might be like an obvious thing. Some people might know that tip already, but for me it was quite new and I was proud of that. Alright everyone, so as expected, not everything that I was hoping to bring fits, but most of it does, which I'm really happy about. I think I might still be able to fit a couple smaller things in here. And my carry-on bag is also packed, which I will show you. My birthday dress, anything important to me, my jewelry, anything I'm going to wear for special occasions, I'm putting that in my carry-on because obviously, again, if this bag gets lost, I'll have all of that with me. So I packed everything I think I'll need, really. I have undergarments, I have normal clothes, I have pajamas, I have a couple bathing suits because we have our spa day on our anniversary. So I've got, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out for the most part. We are about to weigh our bags though, because you know the limit is 50 pounds. And well, at least that's for international flights. It might have changed for domestic flights, but we're just hoping that this is all okay. Tom's bringing back a couple heavy things in his checked bag, so we have to see what's gonna fit. My hope is that it's all gonna fit. So we're gonna weigh them right now. I keep saying measure them, whatever I mean. We're gonna see how much they weigh and we'll go from there. Alright everyone, so I think my SD card is about to be full because I forgot to delete it before filming. But we just weighed this and it weighs 41 pounds. And I've also put in my bag of liquids in here just to see what that'll come to. So it was 41 pounds. And I also had to unzip the little like extender part of this suitcase to make it fit a bit better. But it's funny how it always feels heavier than it is. I thought this was definitely going to be 50 pounds or more and it was only 40. So it's always good to check as you pack. But this is definitely getting quite full. So I'll quickly show you my carry-on and then I am done for tonight. So in my closet, you'll see I have my birthday dress here. If you saw that vlog, you'll see more details about that very soon, but I'm not packing that yet just because the dress has some shape to it and I just want to keep it as protected as possible, so I'll pack it at the last minute. And yes, let's go to my carry-on. We'll do my backpack tomorrow, possibly the next day, the morning of the day we go. But yeah, so in my carry-on, I just have a pair of random shorts here that I just wanted to put in here. I have my wedding jewelry because I need that with me, of course. I'm gonna wear it on our 1-year anniversary, which is in literally like a few days now. I have my hair accessories in here just because it's super light and why put it in my backpack? Like this can go in here. I have my Kate Spade bag here. I have a pair of shoes, my ASOS Chanel dupes. And then on this side, I've got my jewelry. So again, I would not check this. So I'm keeping it in here. I have bathing suits. I have a couple more pairs of clothes and pajamas down there. A ton of makeup in here. I probably shouldn't even bring it, but I am. And then I have a little belt here that goes with my birthday dress. And that's that for now. So, yes, it's gonna be my 2 suitcases are just gonna be packed completely. And again, this isn't even everything I wanted to bring. So, I will say though, once we get to the UK with all of this stuff, most of my wardrobe will be in the UK. And also if you hear anything in the background, that is fireworks. It is the 4th of July after all. Our dogs are probably terrified right now. They get so scared. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that for tonight. And I will film some more tomorrow. Tomorrow's kind of my last day to do this, and my family is coming home from a trip. Some of my family went to South Africa actually for the past 2 weeks. Tom and I were gonna go, but decided that we had other things that we needed to prioritize right now. And so, yeah, I'm really happy for them, but we're gonna see them tomorrow if they don't have any delays or issues. So we're super excited, but for now, that is all, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I can't even talk. I had my orthodontist appointment at 1 today. So we got there. I thought it was gonna take a long time because I have had a lot of issues with Invisalign. I started Invisalign in September of 2021. It's now July of 2023 and I'm still on it. I should be done by the end of the year though, which I'm really looking forward to. But the appointment went really well. Everything fit fine, thankfully, because that's been the issue, is that every time I have to wait a long time after they scan my teeth, I can't talk, to get my trays back. And then they don't always fit me, and it's a whole issue. But thankfully they fit me this time. They gave me all the rubber bands and all the trays that I need for while I'm away. I have to wear them for 2 weeks, and then I switch to new ones. So, yeah, talking today has been a struggle, and my jaw's a little bit sore just because they're quite, you know, when they first get put on, they're quite tight. And I also just have a lisp now, so we're just gonna go with it. But I packed most things now. So yeah, after my appointment, it only took like an hour. I got home, did a couple more hours of work. My family got back from South Africa. Their trip was amazing. I think they're sad that it ended, but also in some ways happy to be home. And yeah, they're back home now. We have an uncle coming over to visit us tonight. A little last minute, but we're happy to see him, so I'm trying to get done what I can now. And I just showed you some clips of me packing, so I'll explain what I still have to pack. That might be easier. So in my personal item, I'm mostly packed. There are a couple things I still need to put in here, but in the main compartment, I'm mostly packed. I just need to put in the electronics case that I have, and I think that might be it, but again, I feel like I'm definitely missing something. I'm sure I'm gonna have to throw something in here at the last minute, but for now, that's that. And then also, I mean, a couple other small things, like this really cute fan that Tom bought me, and a couple pieces of jewelry. I might be able to fit those in my carry-on. I have my shoes that I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. This I'm not bringing, I don't think. I have a bag of liquids that are going to go in my checked bag. I have some sharp objects like my razor, my tweezers, some scissors that are going to go in my checked bag. My birthday dress, I'm waiting until the morning to pack. And I have my clothes set out for tomorrow. Oh, and then I'll quickly show one thing. So I just cleaned some of my makeup brushes and they're still wet. So I'm gonna pack those in the morning, and this beauty blender is wet, but I did pack some brushes in here. But again, I'm not gonna put it away because I'm still waiting on these to dry, so there's no point in doing that. So I will wait until the morning. So yes, some of the bigger wires and the adapters that I'm bringing are gonna go in here, and so this is also going to go in my backpack. So this and the travel case that other electronics are going to go in, these will also go in my personal item. My glasses are also going to go in there. They could go in my carry-on bag, but just in case, I might keep them in my personal item. I'm trying to think, actually, that might be it. Of course, my camera, but I'm using it right now, so this will have to go in there as well. And then out here, I just have some things that I kind of wanted to bring, but I also will not be too sad if I have to leave them behind, really. So I kind of just think to make it easier, I might just leave them, but we will see. But yeah, this is my checked bag, quite full. My liquids are gonna go right here, and so is my little bag of like my razor, tweezer, scissors. That's gonna go in there, and then the checked bag's pretty much done. In here, the pink makeup case, which I'll show you really quickly. I just filled this with a ton of things. These are my rubber bands for my Invisalign. That purple beauty blender that's drying is gonna go in here. I put some other beauty blenders in here. A ton of makeup is going in here, or it already is in here, and that's gonna go in this spot. It was in here before, but I needed to take it out. I've got sunglasses, I've got bathing suits, I've got pajamas, a couple clothing items, wedding jewelry, other jewelry. That's all good to go. And then also in this bag, I've got my Ralph Lauren belts, I've got hair accessories, my Kate Spade bag. Tom is bringing another purse for me that I don't have room for. He's also bringing my Bible. It is a huge Bible that he bought for me. It's beautiful, but very heavy, and I hope his bag will be okay. We have to weigh them one more time, or 2 more times to be safe. And then I think he might have something else in there of mine. I can't really remember. But yeah, we are actually, I'm pretty proud of myself because I actually feel like I'm kind of done. I say that, but I'm not entirely done. I still have to pack like I said, the electronics, the makeup brushes. I have to pack my hairbrush and my comb, but I'll be using that. I have to pack my toothbrush, and then a couple other skincare things that I don't think I'll be able to bring. I did a mock pack last night of liquids, so I put this bag of liquids in my check bag, and then we weighed my bag, and it weighed 41 pounds. But when I took out the liquids again, my Paula's Choice liquid exfoliant was leaking, and I'm really bummed about it because that is an expensive product and it works and I love it. As you know, if you've watched some of my recent vlogs, I've raved about it, but I may just have to buy it when we're there and leave this one here for when we come back to visit. That way, again, I don't have to travel with it as long as it doesn't expire. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can literally order it tonight and have it arrive in the UK soon. So that should be fine. I just don't like being without it because it works so well on my skin, but whatever, we'll figure it out. And yeah, my birthday dress will go on top here, but that's really it. I think I'm gonna finish this video. The one thing I will say is I can't get this up before tomorrow, so by the time you see this, we will be back in the UK. I know it was kind of a like a disorganized, is that the word, video, and it wasn't, again, aesthetically pleasing, but you know what, this is how I pack. It's kind of hectic, but it works for me, and I hope that I shared some tips in there. I'm not sure if I did, but I hope I did. And I might film a couple more clips tonight and in the morning of just me packing my final things, but I don't work tomorrow. I don't work Friday, then the weekend is here, and then when we're in the UK, I work Monday, Tuesday, and I'm off for the rest of that week for very exciting plans for our anniversary and my birthday. So I'll catch up with you either tonight or in the morning, and I will finish off the video. Alright everyone, so I really didn't get to finish up, or I really didn't get to film the end of our packing because, you know, the day of travel is always a bit hectic and I just felt like it was just easier for me to get on with it. So I'm officially all packed, I believe, and I will show you everything all packed up. It's still open, but I have my backpack here all ready to go. My phone's charging, I've got my shoes that I'm gonna wear, my carry-on, and Tom is weighing my checked bag. Whew, I am hot right now, but the AC hasn't been great in the house. I don't know why, but we're all ready, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but it's already been a hard day, so I'm just hoping all will go well. So I will check in. Sorry about that. I will check in when we get to the airport. Here we go. I just said I'll check in when we get to the airport, but this is the end of our packing video, so I'm gonna start a new one now, and this will be the travel vlog. So hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of hectic and not the most polished video, but I had fun filming it, and I'll see you in the UK.